The 2024 Chicago Bears were a mess. 7 different offensive line combinations in one season. A rookie quarterback drafted to be the savior, running for his life on nearly every dropback. 57 unblocked pressures, 13 unblocked sacks, both the most in the league. And for the first time in franchise history, they fired their head coach mid-season. This wasn't just a bad season, it was rock bottom. The kind of year that breaks quarterbacks before they've ever had a chance to succeed. Enter Ben Johnson, the architect of one of the NFL's most dangerous offenses ever in Detroit. The man who turned Jared Goff into an all-pro level quarterback and built a system that shredded defenses without a single elite deep threat. And now, Johnson's got Caleb Williams and a Chicago offense loaded with weapons. They've also reloaded in the draft with a first-round tight end and a second-round burner at wide receiver. They've also added a future potential Hall of Fame offensive lineman, and they've now got the one thing that this franchise has been chasing for decades: real hope. And that hope wears number 18. Caleb Williams, the rookie who battled through chaos and still found ways to make plays. He also showed flashes of exactly why Chicago and any other team would have taken him first overall. His game is quick, surgical darts into soft coverage, deep balls with perfect loft, pinpoint strikes rolling to his right, and a run threat that most defenses and fans still underestimate. Let's break it down: the numbers, the tape, and how Ben Johnson can unlock every single part. In college, Caleb Williams was one of the most accurate deep passers in football, hitting 53% of throws over 20 yards, which was 5th best in the nation. Coming into the NFL, league scouts viewed his deep ball as one of the most polarizing parts of his game. Some saw elite touch and others saw elite ball placement. But in his rookie season, this number dropped to just 26.7%, and it's not hard to see why. Chicago's offensive line used 7 different starting combos, and Williams was sacked a league-high 68 times, 16 more than any other quarterback. He faced 57 unblocked pressures and 13 unblocked sacks, both the most in the NFL. Now, this protection has been rebuilt. Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright return on the outside, and Chicago added Joe Thuney, Drew Dahlman, and Jonah Jackson to form one of the NFL's most improved lines, which means throws like this could be a lot more common.
The ball was tipped, but a critical mistake by Richardson. Williams now looking deep for Odunze. He's got it.
Chicago comes out in 11 personnel. 1 back, 1 tight end, and 3 wide receivers. Williams is under center with the tight end in line to the right and Odunze in the slot at the top of the screen. The back is directly behind Williams in an I formation depth. Indianapolis is a nickel, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 D-backs. They're showing a 2-high safety shell, corners giving cushion, and the nickel corner aligned inside over Odunze. The defensive front is a standard 4-man even look, with linebackers stacked in the box. No clear blitz indicators. This is a structure that can roll into a cover 2, cover 3, or even quarters after the snap. Pre-snap, we see Odunze go in motion towards the formation, then arc up the sideline on a wheel route. That motion forces the nickel corner to adjust on the fly, giving Odunze a free outside release and a clean runway. At the bottom, DJ Moore pushes vertically to about 17 to 18 yards, then snaps off a deep hitch. That inside leverage keeps the corner and linebacker occupied, and more importantly, it delays the safety's rotation to the sideline. Out of the backfield, we see the running back check in protection, then release into the flat. That's a perfect safety valve for Caleb if the deep shot isn't there, and it also pulls the underneath zone defender just enough to widen the throw lane. It's a well-designed concept. The hitch holds coverage inside, the wheel attacks outside leverage, and the check release pulls defenders forward, all working to open that sideline window for the deep ball. Back angle shows it clear. When the line holds and Caleb's able to step up with a perfect lane and drop it outside of the corner, this is exactly what will make Chicago's passing attack one of the NFL's toughest to defend in 2025. On this next clip, we see a 3rd and 8 early in the 3rd quarter. Chicago decides to spread it out in 11 personnel. 1 back, 1 tight end, and 3 receivers. Williams is in the shotgun, trips to the wide side left, and the tight end isolated at the top of the formation as the single receiver. The running back is offset to Williams' right. Jacksonville shows nickel. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers in the box, and 2 high safety shell. Corners are playing with cushion, nickel defender walked up over the inside slot, and the linebackers are showing inside shade. This is a classic disguised look. They can roll into a cover 2, drop into quarters, or spin to single high, depending on the motion and release. At the snap, the Jaguars drop into zone. Safeties hold their depth, the corners bail, and the underneath defenders carry vertical threats into the seam. Chicago's line picks up the rush beautifully, 5-man protection holding steady, and no free rushers. Williams has a clean pocket and plenty of space to step into the throw. His eyes hold the deep safety just long enough to freeze him in the middle of the field, and then he rifles a laser into a tight window behind the trailing linebacker and the high safety. The release is compact and the velocity is elite. The ball is placed exactly where it has to be, outside the defender's leverage, right on the upfield shoulder. On 3rd and 8, most quarterbacks check it down, but Williams attacks the heart of the defense for a first. That's big-time NFL arm strength matched with pinpoint accuracy. Now, from those two plays, one deep to Odunze and one rope over the middle, and you can kind of see exactly why year 2 could be different for Caleb Williams. Even with a league-high 68 sacks last season, he still completed over 62% of his passes. He went 85% on short throws and avoided more sacks than any other quarterback. This is elite quick game execution, and now with protection and weapons, he can stretch the field again like he did in college. And the Bears front office didn't just patch holes this offseason, they rebuilt. Joe Thuney, Drew Dahlman, and Jonah Jackson transformed the interior offensive line from one of the league's weakest to one of its best. That's step 1. Step 2 was give Caleb firepower. Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet headline a receiving group that can win at every level. First-rounder Colston Loveland is a seam-stretching tight end who creates mismatches on linebackers and safeties. Second-rounder Luther Burden is a yard-after-catch machine who can give a quick throw the distance. And in the backfield, DeAndre Swift adds an explosive speed and versatility, giving Ben Johnson every tool to stress defenses. Johnson turned Jared Goff into a Pro Bowler and built one of the NFL's most efficient attacks without a true burner outside. Now he gets a quarterback with more mobility, more arm talent, and a cast that can attack at every blade of grass. Last year, Chicago was 26th in scoring. With this group, they have top 10 upside. If they stay healthy, the Bears won't just be better, they're going to be a problem in January. The bottom line is with Ben Johnson calling the shots, a rebuilt offensive line, and weapons like Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Luther Burden, and DeAndre Swift, Caleb Williams finally has everything he needs to unleash his full game. This isn't just a better Bears offense, this is a unit that will scare everybody in the NFL. Thank you for watching this new style of breakdown. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, drop your Bears takes in the comments, and subscribe for more NFL film and analysis all season long.